Hakuwa anachukua mara ya kwanza. Shida gani hii? Nikaanza kuingiwa na uoga sasa. I was like, guy, sasa kama huyu head of department atachukua simu, nitafanya nini sasa? Nitakufia huku. This is the end of me. I'm never ever going to do this thing again. I'm never going to do camera work again. That is what I was telling myself. By the way, being a camera lady in this industry, it's quite challenging. You have to set your own pace. You have to make your own stand. Yes, you have to show these guys, you have to show the men that you can also do this. I can also carry a tripod. I can also create really nice shots. I can think out of the box. I can take so many angles. I can do camera settings. Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Likin Mokera, and this channel is basically about lifestyle vlogs, tutorials, and anything hair. Yeah, so we're going to start a series on the most traumatizing events that has happened in my life, or rather let me say the events that I don't think I'll ever forget in my life. Yeah, since I knew myself, since I basically knew myself, since the time I knew that I could make the decisions from right and wrong, and since I'm an adult. So the first series is going to be when I almost got arrested while in film school. So I studied in Kenya Institute of Mass Communication. Yes, the Kenya Mass. So I studied there film production, camera option. In my third year, we were doing projects, the last projects, so that we can graduate and do our own things, what God has prepared for us. So it reached this time that we had to do our last projects. Producers had their own part to do. Editors, directors, camera people, everybody had their own part to do. Ideas were produced, they were pitched, and money was given, the budget, it was done. People went for Reiki, and I was in group number 11. I was in group number 11. And the story that, actually the idea, my producer's idea was about a love story, about a lady and a man. I can't really remember that much. It was back in 2016. Back in 2017. Back in 2017. Early 2017. So yes, so our story was about a love story, and our main characters in the movie were, let me say, a few faces that were known. So in our group we were around I think 22. I think we were around 22. That is the max. I think we were around around 17. I think we were around 17. Producer with assistant producers, director, assistant directors, camera people, we were around I think we were around 4. And I was the only lady. But then in our class we did like around a handful of ladies did camera. And by the way, being a camera lady in this industry, it's quite challenging. You have to set your own pace. You have to make your own stand. Yes, you have to show these guys, you have to show the men that you can also do this. I can also carry a tripod. I can also create really nice shots. I can think out of the box. I can take so many angles. I can do camera settings. So as a camera lady, you have to make your own stand out here. People have to respect you with your work and creativity. We went for Reiki and we began our shooting. Yes, so there was this scene that our main character, the man, was getting arrested, and apparently our director needed a master shot, an establishing shot, of a police station, outside a police station. Yes, we can't face that. We can't fake it. We can't customize like exterior of a police station. So we agreed that the following day, like let's say today was around Monday, on Tuesday, camera people and some of the crew were left behind. So camera people and the director and the producer were to go to this certain place and take the shots. So woke up early in the morning and we met. We used public transport. From our school to that place was around 30 shillings. Yes, 30 shillings. And I remember they didn't return the money, and yet it was catered for. I paid it out of my own pocket. Anyway, so I think it was a long Jogo Road. There's a police station, I guess, around Jogo Road. Hey, it's been a while. So tuko hapo. We alerted the matatu. We crossed the road. It was the other side. So we are like there, and as a camera person, that day I was the one on camera. So as a camera person, you're supposed to, before setting up, you're supposed to see where you're going to set your camera, your tripod, and where you're going to get your shot from, blocking and everything. If I just remember what happened, I feel like crying. I have never told anyone this story. Just, I think the people that we were in the group with, and there were around 5, knew what happened, and just a few people who were close to me that I told this story, and nobody believes it. They're like, what? Were you arrested? Looking, you arrested? You arrested? I'm like, yeah, I was arrested because of one of my producer's fault. So I began setting up my camera. Tumetoa script hapo, tunaanza kusoma shot hii na hii. So apparently one of the characters, we were like, the main character was to be dragged inside the police station. Yes. I was setting my camera just outside up hivo. Of course the crew must stay behind the scene. This is the scene. Hapo mbele yangu, hapo ndo ninachukua exterior shots, the master shots. Deka kidogo tu hivi, me, I am framing, I am doing my focus, I'm doing my settings. On the viewfinder, I'm looking, somebody is pointing towards the camera lens, towards us, towards where we are, pointing. I'm like, okay, my mind didn't load like what was happening, and I didn't get to realize that this was a police officer. Actually, Jeshi, an army force, was pointing towards the camera. Pointing, and it was all of a sudden, nilisikia nimeshikwa heavy. I was lifted up, my friends. I was lifted up. I was like, wait, why am I being arrested? Yule Jeshi alikuwa anasema, wewe ni nani? Nyinyi ni nani mmekuja kushoot hapa? My friend, I was left. I was standing there alone. My crew was nowhere to be found. I was only left with one producer and one director, who were also shaken. They were shaking like this. They were like, but see, we were given permission to shoot here. The guy didn't want to listen. Because I was the one behind the camera, I was lifted up. The chiffon that I was wearing a green chiffon, a jungle green chiffon, sleeveless. Ilikuwa imeshikanishwa hivi. Nilibebwa juu na hiyo kamera hadi ndani ya police station, kuwekwa hapo. Producer wangu, one of the producers, amefuata nyuma pole, wakijaribu ku negotiate, Now the thing is, they were asking, why are you shooting here? Who has given you the permission to? And we are like, our producer has given us told us that she came and talked to you guys and you were given her okay. And the judge was like, where's the producer? Where is that? She was nowhere. Actually that day she was not there. So niambia tungejitoa aje kwa hiyo maneno. I was there scared, but me, I couldn't cry. No, I couldn't cry. I was like, okay, at least I have a story to tell about my career and everything. It was not easy. Nilibebwa tu juu hivi. Nilisema tu, guy leaking, you're going to spend 5 years in jail. You have done a criminal offense. I just want to thank my producer who was there. I can't remember the name, but I remember the face. Because the classes that we were doing, the projects that we were doing involved evening classes and day class. So I didn't get to, it's good to know. So the people, you young people who are doing productions, it's good to know the name of every producer in your group, director. Even have their numbers. Don't do things maji like this. That is a story that I'm telling you. And I have never told my parents about this story. Because I knew. Somebody will just laugh at me, and I didn't want to be laughed at. So I was, hey. What? It was not easy. It was not easy. Me standing there. I vividly remember the day. Me with my PX. Was it a PX 200? It was an NX. It was an NX 200 camera. The camera was an NX 200, and I was there. I was like, this is the end of me. This is the end of me. Is this what being a journalist is? Hey? So the producer that was there tried to talk. Hey, we had to make calls. In Kenya Institute of Mass Communication to the head of department. Kapigiwa simu. Hakuwa anachukua mara ya kwanza. Shida gani hii? Nikaanza kuingiwa na uoga sasa. I was like, guy, sasa kama huyu head of department atachukua simu, nitafanya nini sasa? Nitakufia huku. This is the end of me. I am never ever going to do this thing again. I'm never going to do camera work again. That is what I was telling myself. But that was the things that I had to learn along my journey. It was not easy. Kapigiwa simu tena, akapigiwa. Eventually, it was haikuchukuliwa. Akapigiwa simu, haikuchukuliwa. I think God was on our side. God was on my side. Okay. God was on my side. And just another, I think he was the head of your place, Nitwaje. The army. Yes, your place. I think chief for your place. He came Akaona, ha, baby girl, unafanya nini hapa? What are you doing with the camera on your hands? Do you know we were told that sisi ndio tunaenda kupea footage Al-Shabaab. Al-Shabaab, they want to know the interior of every how police station is. So they were like, you mmetumwa na Al-Shabaab, mchukue nini footage and then you send to them. Mmelipwa pesa ngapi? Remember, we are just kids, third year students, struggling to create a project, to create a movie so that we can graduate. He played with our minds, akacheza na akili yetu, akapeleka hapa na pale, producers pale, wana negotiate, director pale, even the crew wenye tulikuwa tumekaa nao. The rest, I don't know where they went. I think they went back with the public transport back to school. Yani, I was so traumatized, but along the way, I just learned that these are some of the things that we as filmmakers, we as journalists, we have to go through. So we talked our way through, and I was given a really big warning. A big warning. That it wasn't even my fault. It was the producer who claimed that she came and asked for permission there the previous day and she was given an okay. Was not there. So who had to suffer all this? It was me who had to suffer, literally. And hey, it was not easy. So stay tuned to my next story. If you want to continue, if you want to hear the rest of the story, if you want to hear my next episode on how I literally survived. I survived being burnt in a vehicle, in a matatu. Stay tuned for the next video. And if you are new, kindly subscribe so that you can't miss such videos.